What's up guys, it's Weston here. So today I'm going to be seeing if this $25 microphone is worth it and if it's any good. Before we do that though, I'd just like to say that this was sent out to review, but as always, I do not let that impact my judgment, and all the opinions in this video are my own. So anyway, let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. So the microphone in question is the Fifine K669, and like I said, this is a $25 USB microphone, and that means it only requires one empty USB slot either on your laptop or your PC. It is plug and play, there's no drivers required, and it should just work pretty much straight away with Windows. Speaking of Windows, it works with Win 10, 8, 7, all the way down to Windows XP. It works on Mac OS. It doesn't say which versions of Mac, so I'm not really sure there. And it also works with Linux too. So let's cover off a few specifications before we get into the main review. So it's 5 volt, it's unidirectional with a cardioid pickup pattern. It has 20 to 20,000 Hz frequency response. The sensitivity is -34 dB to +30 dB. The signal to noise ratio is 78 decibels. And like I said, it's priced at $25 US and £22 in the UK. So let's take a look at the microphone. And the design is pretty nice. It just looks like a microphone, can't really say much about it. The only thing is the colour isn't to my taste at all. It would have been nice to have seen a black or white version to fit in with more setups, but I do kinda like the colour that it comes in. Build quality is pretty solid. It's made from sturdy plastic and metal, and for the price I'm actually quite impressed with how well it's put together. It's got a metal and mesh grille which protects the mic capsule, which again feels pretty solid. We've also on the microphone itself got a volume dial, which again is made from metal and feels pretty good. It's not the smoothest volume dial ever, but it works well. It does have a little bit of a wobble, and if you've got larger hands, it is a little bit fiddly to use sometimes. But once you've got it set up, you should be fine. Next up we get onto the stand, which is made again from metal and plastic and feels decent. It's stable and pretty solid, and it's also removable too. That means you can attach the microphone to a boom arm, but you'll possibly need an adapter to do that. Next up onto the cable, and this is non-detachable and it feels robust enough. It terminates to a standard USB 2.0 at the end, but it will work with USB 3 as well. Now I'm just going to talk about a little bit of an issue that I've been having with this microphone, and that is the actual adjustment to adjust the angle of the mic. Now even on its tightest it'll go, there is still a little bit of play in it, but once you've got it set up it is okay, but it's just something I thought I'd mention. Right guys, so now I've plugged in the microphone and I'm going to do a keyboard test. So if you're a Twitch streamer or a YouTube streamer, this is what the keyboard is going to sound like if you actually type in while you're using this microphone. So here we go. Right, so that was a typing test, and I have a mechanical keyboard which is a little bit louder than a regular keyboard, so depending on which you use, that's probably what it's going to sound like. So now we're going to get on to the final part of the review, which is the sound. Now you might be thinking, this is a microphone test, so where is the actual sound quality test? Well, actually this entire review has been voiced over with this microphone. Now I'm approximately 1 foot away from the microphone, and it's at 3/4 volume with 100% on Audacity, which is what I'm using to record it. I did try it at 100%, but I did notice at this distance it was peaking quite bad, so I did turn it down and adjust it a little bit until I found a reasonable sort of balance between Audacity and the mic itself, and 3/4 for me seems about okay. So let me know in the comments what you think of the microphone quality. I think it's pretty good. Now bear in mind this is an unedited sample, so I've not touched this at all. It's recorded straight into my PC and I'm just going to leave it. And then what I'm going to do is listen to it back and then give you my opinions on the sound. Right guys, so now all the review I've said before is unedited. This part of the review is going to be edited in Audacity, so I'm going to be tweaking the noise. So I'm going to be removing that. I'm going to be tweaking the audio just to see what we can get out of this mic, see if we can make it sound a little bit better. But everything previous was voiced over with this mic and left completely unedited. So now let's talk about the actual sound from the previous portion, because I did review it with my headphones just to see what it was like. And there is a lot of background noise. Now I'm using a Fractal Define R5 case, which is about 1.5 foot, 2 foot away from the microphone, and it is still picking up a lot of background noise. But once you get past the background noise, it's actually pretty impressive. It's clear, detail is solid. There is slight pops obviously to your P words because there's no pop filter on this mic at all, but all in all it's clear. I'm not really struggling to pick out anything, and words have got good sound to them. They're not muffled or anything, and they don't sound robotic or tinny either. Bass frequencies are produced pretty well. It's not amazing, but you can always like tweak it in Audacity just to give it a little bit more bass. But overall, for the price, I can't complain at all. It is a pretty solid little mic. And there you have it. That is pretty much everything you need to know. So you've seen all the information you need. You've heard the microphone, both unedited and edited. So let's just wrap it up and see if it is worth it. Now, for $25 US, 22 quid UK, it is a pretty solid little mic. Yes, the colour isn't fantastic. Other colour options would have been better. But as a whole microphone, it's good. I mean, yes, it does have a few little flaws, but what product doesn't? And for the price, it's really good. The sound, once you've edited it, is really quite impressive for what it costs. Now, what would you use this microphone for? So, for example, if you're doing YouTube and you're just starting out and you've not got a huge budget to spend, then one of these mics wouldn't be amiss because it's good quality for what you're paying for it. And then obviously you can upgrade once your channel's growing. But to get you started out, it would be an ideal, well, starter place. Same for Twitch as well. If you do Twitch streaming, you're starting out, you've not got a big budget, then this microphone could get you started, and the quality of it is actually really impressive. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth its $25, £22 price tag, and you should check one out if you're looking to get into YouTube or into Twitch streaming, or maybe even podcasting as well, just to get you started. And that is pretty much it for this one, guys. So if you've enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, subscribing goes a long way to help out, and you get to see all my content when it comes out. So yeah, that is pretty much it again. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on the very next one.